Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. I muted myself. My bad. Welcome, everyone, to this season of Performance Check. I am the Paladin Bell. I will be your DM for this season, and we will be starting a campaign using the Pathfinder First Edition system in a homebrew world that I call the Shattered Isles. This season will be essentially a mystery as to what has happened within a small kingdom in the southern part of the Highlands of the Shattered Isles, and we will be going over to my players here soon, which I will be calling the Triumphant. So welcome everyone to Triumph and Tragedy in the Shattered Isles. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
How is everyone this evening?
I'm doing well.
Pretty good.
Doing pretty good.
Good. Glad to hear it. My playlist for music is is acting up, so just give me 2 seconds while I fix that. Good evening and welcome to Performance Check, everybody. This is not. I am totally not nervous. I do this all the time. Why today? But yeah. Hello, everyone, and welcome.
okay.
Yeah,
You know this.
exactly. Welcome, everybody. This is session 1 of my first DMing experience on Performance Check. I'm going to have everybody introduce themselves and their characters, and where we can find you outside of either this stream or any of the tables that I DM at. We're going to go ahead and start with Cell, because this is kind of your baby. So you go ahead and introduce yourself and your character and where we can find you outside of performance check.
How did I know this was coming? Hi, my name is Celeste. You also know me as Sage the Softcubus right here on twitch.tv. You can find me on Twitter. I'm not very active there. You can find me on Blue Sky. I'm much more active there. You can find me here on Performance Check, often guesting as a character. You also saw me last season DM, or not last season, technically the season before. You saw me DM the very first season of Performance Check, that being the Empire of Blood. And taking a note from that campaign, today I am playing Enna Kushiel, who is an Azamar Blood Rager and an arena fighter here in the city of Kuranimus.
Fantastic. I'm going to pick on each of you, so you don't have to like popcorn over to people. Abby, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and your character, please?
Hello, I am Poppy and/or Abby. You can find me on all forms of social media. Oh, you're good. I don't care. Abby is so. It's a common white person name, female name. So go for it. There's so many of us out there. But I am Abby or Poppy. You can find me at A Petite Poppy on all forms of media. If you don't, then I must have forgotten to change my username again. I use the she/her pronouns. I also DM, so you've seen the Curse of Strahd game, and you also will see Through the Looking Glass Redux in the future whenever I have time to actually sit down and plan it out. I am playing a Sun Elf or reflavored or an Eladrin, depending on where you look at it, named Inarona Talviel. And she is a very tall, I don't want to say, she looks very soft and approachable, and then you get closer to her, and then you see the muscles, you see the scars, and then you hear her talk, and then it's like, I understand. And she is our local paladin and mesmerist, who is sworn to protect her charge, Soliel.
Fantastic. Next, let's have Void introduce himself.
Hi, my name's Void Chester. You can call me either one of those. I got by he, him, or it. It's pronouns. You can find me in your roles, but also I'm blind knitting on Twitter, even though I don't post that much. I technically have a Twitch account. I don't really stream. I'm mostly on other people's streams. Also, the bot's having a really hard time with shoutouts today, apparently. But that's neither here nor there. I am playing a Soliel Pelletier, a human war priest who is definitely who's just chilling on the road, having a good time, and nothing else is happening. Nothing else is wrong. I'm fine.
Absolutely.
Thanks for asking.
Venny, why don't you introduce yourself and your character, please?
Yeah. Hello, I'm Benny. I'm sorry, Benny. Yes, even I mispronounce my name sometimes. I go by she/they pronouns. You can find me on Twitch, Blue Sky. I believe I also have a YouTube channel now, maybe. But usually you can find me under that name. Pretty much everywhere. I also have a different username that I no longer use as often. Tonight I'll be playing as Catalina. My halfling tailor who is definitely not magical Batman.
Definitely not Magic Batman.
um, yeah. She definitely doesn't want to um, make the elite pay the poor.
Definitely not.
And she will make clothes for everyone.
It'd be good if you guys need disguises.
But yeah, why would you need those though?
And finally, Huffy, why don't you introduce yourself and your character, please?
Hi, I am Miss Huffy, and I'll be playing Lorelei Seacaster, the Kobold, this evening.
Fantastic. I know you're not going to give much other information than that. So,
Huffy,
Yeah.
your pronouns. Huffy, your pronouns.
Yep.
She, her, for both.
Fantastic. Thank you. Alrighty. So, we are going to pan in on the cityscape as it sprawls out over the grasslands of the southern Isle. Your characters kind of having individually been placed in the city in different areas. We're gonna pan in, I think, first on Salil and Ina. Yes, or is that one Ina?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, Ina.
Ina. So yeah, Salil and Ina, you guys are currently staying within a very fancy inn that was paid for by at first your pit fights, Ina, and now your grandfather. Now that he's found out that you're in the city, and we're kind of gonna pan in on you two first, kind of in first thing in the morning as the sun's beginning to rise. You hear a soft knock on your front door or on your in-room door.
I'm not getting up.
I was like, even if you did try, she would try to intercept you opening the door to open it, so she is front facing and you are behind her. Maybe you're just gonna chill out on the bed. Yeah, she'll get up. Sort of half dressed in the sense of like there is armor on, but like not all of it is on.
Yeah, so you're in like partially. You're partially in your armor, but you're not quite. And so
the chest piece is not on, but all the greaves on the legs are on right now.
Yeah, greaves, bracers, your workout gear.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm assuming you kind of go over and open the door.
Mm-hmm.
As you open it, you see standing in front of you a person in kind of similar garb to you, except they are wearing a musculara armor, so it's this breastplate with very visible muscles sculpted into the breastplate, a hoplite style helm, and like a spear in their hand, and no words are exchanged. It's just a letter with a wax seal on it with the symbol of a scorpion on the front of the letter. This is the symbol of the Praetorians.
Yeah. Yes. She gives them, narrows eyes a little bit as oh, great, and then nods in affirmation.
And the hoplite will nod and gently close your door for you so you don't have to. And then you hear the latch of your lock from the outside.
Hey, did you lock the door? Was that you?
No, our friends locked the door for us. How kind of them. I have a letter, by the way.
Oh, from who?
Usually when letters with the Praetorian stamp on them come, it's from the Thane.
Yeah. That's from the Thane. I think she looks down at Thea and goes, someone around your age, I think. Maybe younger or older.
Oh, okay.
It's from the Thane.
Oh, well, what's in it?
Yeah,
I
do
think she
you...
just gives you a long look as she hasn't opened the letter yet and goes, I don't know. Why don't you read it? Or are you too tired to do it?
The next words that almost came out of my mouth were, no, I don't know how to read. Those were almost the first words out of my mouth. But that's
Who doesn't know how to read in this economy?
Reading in this economy?
My eyes are simply too tired. I cannot read.
Yeah, there's a playful eye roll, and then she'll take a seat on the bed, and I will open up the letter.
Okay, so as you open up the letter, you as a you know, with your heritage, as a sun elf, you would know, kind of looking over this script, Salil wouldn't have been able to read this even if he tried. This is an encoded letter specifically for you. That essentially reads, by decree of the Thane, I am recalling all of my I'm recalling Praetorian warriors and a select few adventurers to meet at the castle at day's end. Prepare, I have a mission for you. Destroy this letter upon it being read.
Okay. Are we so cushy that we would have like a fireplace in the
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
the
There's a
room that we would be in?
fireplace.
Okay. Yeah, so very silently, Ina just walks over, lights the fire, and then throws the letter in, claps her hands, and then turns towards Siliel and then go, congratulations, we have a mission. That means you have to get up now. Come on.
No.
Come on, you have to get up, we have to get breakfast, and it takes you like 30 minutes to brush your hair out. So let's go, come on. Up.
No.
Do you want to look like a drowned rat in front of the Thane?
No.
Then come on, let's go.
Thea, one thing that Salil, my bad. Salil, one thing that I will say is that you have not yet met the Thane. You as a person have not met him. He does not come out of the palace.
Huh. Crazy. I think Salil is taking their sweet time actually getting out of bed in the slowest possible way one could, while still actually doing it. Have you met them? Do you know what they're like? Or
I felt like, was Ina never allowed to disclose the Praetorian?
So you were allowed to tell
Siliel,
you were allowed to say that you were a Praetorian. You are not allowed to give information about the Thane unless you know that this person is trusted. And the fact that you were told to bring your companion by the letter means that Salil is trusted. Yeah,
I feel like because of their contract and also the contract that she has with the Thane, it's like this was Siliel is the only person she's allowed to tell this information to, beyond like her grandfather, who should be like, oh, by the way,
who already knows.
So he probably already talked to you. Yeah, we talked to him already.
Yeah, as soon as you broached it to your grandfather, he's like, I knew before you did.
Yeah. So she goes, we've got over this. Remember when Grandpa came over and protected you for like several hours and you weren't allowed to leave the room or anything?
Yeah.
That's what I was doing. I was meeting him, and come on, now he wants to meet you. He also, that's where you should also thank him for the dagger. That was from him.
I will thank him.
Come on.
We're gonna kind of pan away from you two, as you guys kind of are getting up. The scene kind of shifting over to Enna. Where are you this morning? Are you within the barracks of the Colosseum, or would you be attending the Thane this morning?
I think we are right in between windows here. where like she just finished her morning reps. She just finished a sparring match with one of her Praetorian like comrades, and is like basically like on the way to the showers, getting ready to go attend the Thane right after.
As you are headed toward the like locker room style area, you are stopped by a woman in a flowing robe with a hood over her head, very clear like curled horns that come over it, and she will you know looking over her form, she's wearing like leather armor underneath this area, and then the clasp of her cloak is the Praetorian scorpion, and she will hand you a letter similar to what Ina and Salil got. And she kind of looks up and goes, the Thane has gathered a lead. Hurry to his side.
Thank you very much, honored associates. I will be over right away.
And she vanishes. Like it's as if she just turns invisible and leaves.
All right. I get myself somewhat tidied up. I'm getting the sweat of the workout off of me.
Yeah.
And dusting up my hair a little bit, and then or like that's not the word I was looking for, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, you're
She's, like,
teasing your
making
hair
her
out.
hair nice, and then teasing her hair out. Putting on her Praetorian armor, similar scorpion clasp, and is on the way to the Thane.
Okay. I believe so. I'm gonna give you. You probably would be the first to arrive, being that you are his head attendant. And he is.
And you know, I live in the building.
Yeah, exactly. And he is. When you arrive in the throne room, kind of before the rest of them, he is pacing, like nervously. He seems to have very important information and something on his mind that he did not know previously. So that is what we'll kind of pan into that scene after we have introduced the rest of the characters. But that is where your scene will end, is you kind of getting just into the throne room and a very, very anxious 14-year-old walking back and forth. Let's see, who's next? Lorelei, what are you doing this morning in the wee hours as the sun rises over the city of Karanomos?
You mentioned off-screen that the Cathedral of Bahamut would offer free food.
Free food and lodging
and
for
possibly
you
lodging?
specifically. Yes.
Then that's probably where she woke up, at least.
Okay. So as you kind of awake and get yourself ready, a person will kind of approach you and sit next to you and go, how fast does the robin fly?
Pretty quick, I'd say.
And she nods and slides a small piece of paper over to you and says, a new rookery is in order of being built. The presence of the robin has been requested by the Thane.
Mm-hmm. Who's the Thane?
The leader of this city. He does not often come out of his palace.
Does he know about all the whole, like, robin stuff situation?
Yes.
Like,
he is.
what's he expect of us?
And she'll kind of, you kind of looking over this person. This person is not a Praetorian. You notice on the clasp on this person's cloak is a nightingale.
Praetorian is. Oh.
There's a nightingale.
Well, I do know what
attached.
that is.
Yeah.
I don't know what a Praetorian
The Praetorian
is,
Order are the Thane's personal guard.
Would I have known that?
Yeah, that's public information.
Okay.
You don't know much about them. They are very similar to the Nightingales, in which they are kind of a secretive order, but they are the Thane's personal guard.
If anything, I do know a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. I think She'll thank the person who came by, and we'll probably head off in that direction.
Alrighty. Um, and then finally, we will pan in on Venny, your character, um, whose name is Catalina. We pan in over on Catalina as where are you? Would you say as you kind of wake up this morning? If you are talking, you are muted.
Sorry about that.
You're all right. I just often know that how these things go.
Yeah. But I'd assume that Catalina would be awake very bright and early, and
Maybe before
either be
the
in
sun.
the slum. Yeah, definitely. She'd probably be either in the market district or in the slums.
Okay.
Either of the two. Preparing her wares, or at the very least, a little stall, offering her services to people and various price ranges for depending on what they want. After doing some market research on the specific small area
Okay.
and whoever frequents it.
As you're kind of doing your business and you're able to kind of go around and speak with each speak with a few people. A woman in dark colored clothing, kind of simplistic, very, you can tell by the like stitching, it's very fine, like it's very well made. With a scorpion pendant on her like cufflinks, will come up and go, "Pardon me. Do you would you be so kind as to attend the Thane? This he is in need of new garb," and she will slide you a letter very like sneakily, like so that others don't see. But like this is something that to you, being that you are who you are, you've kind of dealt in secrets like this before. So you know this is kind of
flair.
Yeah.
Yeah. With a flare and a flourish and for a bow, she stealthily grabs the letter, hides it in her wrist sheath, or on her I forget the name of the thing on the shirt. Under her sleeve, and say, "Why, of course I will attend the Thane. Any clothing request he has in particular?"
Well, he does need a new surcoat and some something that will help with his investigative skill. Maybe a pince nez, and she'll kind of give a wink.
Ooh, sounds serious. Yeah,
and
I'll
she'll
be there as soon as I can.
And she will nod and take her leave of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then she starts packing her stuff up and starts walking to meet the Thane. Thane.
So, now that each of you have kind of begun your journey to the Thane's quarters, you see, we're gonna pan in first on Ina, I think, or Inna, who arrives first, Sage's character, who arrives first. The Thane, clearly out of order, out of like his normal like he's a little anxious normally. He is not okay today.
Boy. Anna will approach her Thane.
Mm-hmm.
Does he seem like buried in paperwork, or is it just
he is visibly standing?
Frazzled?
He is visibly standing and pacing by the throne.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
he is. He's like not doing well at all.
Gotcha. With a big old smile on her face, one that's rarely seen in a lot of circumstances, she will approach the Thane, and just say, I'm going to assume you're not just stretching your legs, my lord.
He will snap his attention to you, and like normally he gets very happy to see you. You're like the older sister he never had. And he just drops a
Yes.
theater mask. They found their way in again. 2 of the servants were found dead this morning.
I will approach, pick up the mask off the ground, and I know what this is.
Yeah, you know that this is the one of the circle of 10 left a theater mask within the palace itself. But he points to the throne. He goes, "It was left on the throne."
What is the mask made of?
It is a porcelain with bright silver kind of etched into it where there would be cracks. This one very notably
It's made of porcelain?
Yeah. Yeah, it's made of porcelain.
Okay. Fantastic. It shatters. As soon as, like, Enna receives the information that it was on the throne itself, she just digs her fingers into it and snaps the porcelain.
Before you do that, you notice something about the mask itself.
Okay.
It looks like the mask your sire wears. This is a threat.
Yeah, it is pulverized in her grasp.
I see you're as angry about it as I am. Good. I have summoned more adventurers to find to figure out who did this. I think it's time I get you some backup. I know that I can trust one of them, for they are already a Praetorian, like yourself, and their charge is coming. And another was, I was informed by Lady Bahamut that I can trust another. So, when a demigod tells you you can trust them, it's typically a good sign.
Agreed.
Knowing that that they will be here shortly, if you could restore the remains of that mask. It's the only evidence we have that this happened.
Yeah, right, of course.
He'll approach and cast mending over the mask.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'll just hold the pieces in place.
Yeah.
As the spell goes out.
He smiles. My magical studies are improving. I was able to learn that and at least one spell that can defend myself should you not be here. And then he will kind of look over to what looks to be a target he's set up and cast Acid Splash on the target.
Proud of the Thane for advancing his arcane studies, but also fully knowing Acid Splash will not be enough if a significant threat emerges.
Yeah, exactly. He is very proud of himself, but he's... Yeah.
Enna will place a hand on his shoulder and just squeeze it tightly, and say, all we can hope for is that you shall never have to use it.
That is indeed the hope, yes. I believe that with that, and well, and he'll gesture over, and you see a tall woman with long black hair, tan skin, a chest plate of white scale armor leading down to a long flowing loincloth, and on her back is a huge fucking sword. This is another Praetorian who came up through the Colosseum as of late. They will be another protector to supplement when you cannot be here. So I will have someone with me at all times.
She nods. Not visibly not completely comforted, but knowing that, you know, she can't be the sole individual at the Thane's side all the time.
Yeah, and you, so you having come up through the Colosseum itself, would know that this particular individual she is incredibly skilled at what she does, and what she does is savagery. She is one of few people that has killed in the arena in your time. And when she did, it was when she was cornered, and she became a were-lion. Yes, this is a cameo from the first season.
Oh my god.
This is Tara, a half-elven barbarian who came up through the arena like you did, and you know her to be very skilled as a not only a killer but a protector, because in the match where she killed 3 separate men, she was protecting a young woman who also was prisoner and became a Praetorian, who is the one who gave you your letter this morning, the one who she protected.
Gotcha. Alrighty.
Who here of the rest of you would be arriving first? After Sage's character.
I'm assuming that Soleil, is that how you say that?
You can just say soul, if it's easier.
So, yeah. I'm assuming that Sol is going to take, like,
Yeah.
at the very least 20 minutes,
Oh,
if
yeah.
not an hour.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, if Sola's taking her sweet ass time, we're probably gonna be the last people to arrive.
Okay.
And it's Soli and Ina is dragging her by the arm, going like, "We are late, we are late, we are late. I am never supposed to be late." I'm very good
but
with
yeah.
time.
First looks are important, though. They're important.
Yeah, first impressions are important. That is a good point.
Yeah. Catalina would definitely make her way over. She is not taking the time to change outside of her artisan's outfit.
Okay.
So she's going in like looking like a tailor.
Yeah. So as you enter the palace, an escort kind of flank you. 2 hoplite warriors wearing with the scorpion sigils on, like, as clasps on their armor, that clasp cloaks over their shoulders, will lead you to the throne room and kind of look you over and go, "Present your letter before we allow your entry."
She takes it out of a pocket. She took the time to covertly slap it over from her sleeve over to one of her many pockets, so that it doesn't fall off.
They take the letter, check the seal, and return it to you. And Sage, your character sees the doors open, 2 hoplites flanking. Please, if you wouldn't mind, describe your character, Vinny.
Catalina is a 3'1" halfling. She likes to walk around with what looks like a folding pole. She has long light blue hair. Her eyes are a vivid amethyst purple. Um, Her skin tone is very white. I'll just say it.
Okay.
She is also currently wearing what appears to be a thick padded blouse, as well as a skirt with many different pouches and bags. You can see a lot of various tools and materials for making clothes and for fixing clothes. She's also very notably unarmed.
Alrighty. And Celeste, if you wouldn't mind, I'm sorry. Sage, if you wouldn't mind, describe your character, please.
Yeah, I totally forgot to. So, Enna is a. Hold on, I have to remember. I put the information here. Enna is freakishly tall, clocking in at a total of 9 foot and 3 inches. She is a gargantuan woman. She looks like she looks like she's very strong, but it's lean like swimmer's muscle. It's not gym muscle. It's very lean and very tight to her form. She has black hair that sort of fades into an ombre of like this bright, like golden white hair at the tips. It's shaved down on the side of her head, and it's just a long flop of hair onto her right side. Her eyes are solid white and luminous. And she has tattoos running down her arms, which are exposed in her armor. It's just breastplate and like waist cloth. Her arms are uncovered, and it's a tattoo that looks like the branches of a tree with dark brown bark and bright gold leaves. And they're over both of her arms, on the left side of her face. And on her hands, she has 2 katar as her blades. So they're basically like punching daggers. It's like if you took the idea of like brass knuckles and you just stuck a long blade on the end of them. And then there's also a part of armor that comes back as like almost like bracers attached to them.
Fantastic. And standing directly to this woman's right and slightly behind her, almost kind of not quite hiding behind her, but definitely in a defensive posture, is a young boy. He's about 14 years old, long flowing brown hair that goes about to his shoulders, striking green eyes that can almost glow in the dim light of the room. He's wearing what appear to be at one time fine clothes, but they're worn and like faded over time from continuous use and wash. Like he has not trusted anyone to make him anything new or buy any new clothing for him. He just continues to wear the same things. His pants come a little up over his ankles, over the hobnail boot he's wearing, and he's got a small like a dueling sword on his right side, and he has a spell book on his left, hanging from a belt. And he'll smile and go, "Ah, my tailor has arrived."
Pleasure to meet you once again, my Thane.
You have not met the Thane yet. I don't believe.
Oh,
yeah.
Then instead of the again,
for the first time.
Then in that case, pleasure meeting you, Thane. What seems to be the issue?
I believe. So, to clarify, you have not met the Thane in this ego.
In this persona.
Yeah, in this persona. However, the Thane has a multitude of spy networks. He goes, I believe we have met before, though not under these circumstances.
Ah, I see.
But you are welcome, and I am glad to see you received my letter. And he'll kind of tap you on the thigh, like, because he only comes up to like your hip, Anna, or Sage. I have to continue to remember which one is which. Y'all were right. It is a little more difficult than normal. Yeah, Anna. He'll kind of gently tap your leg and go, please introduce yourself.
I had my microphone muted.
That's okay.
She will look, not like fully bow, but just like lower her head to you. Enna Kushiel, Praetorian to the Thane.
Pleasure to meet you. Catalina is Vitali, tailor, seamstress. I can make any number of outfits for you for the right price.
This will be, and the Thane kind of looks up at you, Anna, and goes, this will be one of your compatriots. She is skilled in infiltration.
Anna's moderately intelligent, so I think she has picked up that we're working with a secondary identity here, and just nod to the Thane.
The Thane just kind of goes, if you would, Catalina, take a seat, and he'll kind of, he'll clap, and out of nowhere, like, I don't think either of you probably realized they were here, but these women in, these midnight blue robes come out from the pillars within the throne room, and become visible and set chairs down for the two of you to sit in.
How gorgeous.
And Inna,
for the seat.
Inna, you would notice your chair is what is normally used as the throne. He has his like personal little I trust you chair out.
Wonderful. Freakish giant of a woman, Anna, sits in the throne and spends the entire time feeling weird about it.
And he just kind of goes, Anna, it's the only chair I have large enough for you. I'm sorry.
No, I am aware, sir. You don't have to give me the throne. We can just commission another chair.
Yes, I am in the middle of that. I just don't get out of the castle much. For obvious reasons.
I am aware, sir. Very fair.
But, the others should be arriving shortly. Lorelei, I think that's probably been, about where you would arrive, at the castle, because,
Sure.
knowing the other two will be the last ones there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Lorelai's not especially fast, but she'd certainly show up without delay.
As you get to the entryway, the hoplites that are standing there, kind of look you over, spot your necklace that you're wearing, and just kind of nod and gesture you in, through not quite the main entrance, but through a side entrance, and you are led in by two nightingales. These women in midnight blue robes that will smile and go, the robin does fly quite fast. Please, this way. And they will escort you into the throne room. And Catalina and Anna, you both see from the darkness of the sides of the room, two nightingales escort a... Would you please describe your character, Huffy?
Sorry, I cut out. Would you please?
Describe your character.
Oh, sure. So Lorelei is a short little kobold with yellow, orange, and purple scale, and she is wearing essentially just a classic mage outfit, like just robes and a big ol' witch hat, all in reds and mostly reds, but there's supposedly going to be greens as well in this
Yeah,
costume.
it's bits of green and red, and essentially, if you've ever read DC Comics, it's the color palette of Robin. Just without the
That
yellow.
makes sense.
Just without the yellow.
In that case, as you're watching her, she suddenly looks like she has black scales. Huh, strange.
But yeah, you are led to a chair and kind of brought to a kind of the throne room, and the Thane will look to you and go, "Your patron sent word ahead that you were to be trusted, so thank you for coming."
Thank you.
Lady Bahamut was
Of course.
Lady Bahamut was quite adamant that you were trustworthy.
I'd like to say so.
And he'll smile and nod and go, "And now we're just waiting on the last two. Normally, Ina is quite punctual. I wonder what's holding them up." And now we pan over to Ina and Sol. How's that going?
Probably just getting out of the door.
Oh no.
Fantastic.
I feel like Ina's giving the look of disapproval. Just for how long it took.
Mm-hmm.
First looks are important. I didn't think it would take that long.
I know, and I spoke it into existence, so come on, let's go.
You are
I'm
echoing. You're echoing.
Me?
That's not on me.
Yep. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, continue.
Sorry. Okay. Let me know if I start echoing again, and we'll try to figure it out.
No, it was Celeste.
Yeah.
Oh. No. God, what? No, I'm shorter than you. I'm trying to keep up.
Oh, and here I thought you were gonna be like, I'm shorter than you. It takes longer to put on my outfit. I'm like, no, it doesn't.
I wasn't gonna say that because that's not true.
You have everything: sword, dagger,
Like
armor.
I'm armed to what teeth I have, which is like two things. The dagger is also here.
So, Ina, you have a specific relationship with one of the major players in this city, and what you begin to hear, knowing that they live in the city, is the ticking of a clock, just in the periphery of your auditory senses. Like someone's sitting there going, "Hurry up!"
Yeah. I think she just puts a hand on the back of Thea's back, which requires her, I think, to like bend down a little bit. And I am just using all my strength, and I'm just pushing her forward, and I'm making sure I'm walking behind so she can't stop.
Fantastic.
Listen, I'm going as fast as I can. Pushing me is just gonna make me trip and fall down and take more time.
No, keep going. Here's a loaf of bread. Eat that. Come on, let's go.
As you get to the palace, you see two of the hoplites kind of look you over and go, "A little late, aren't you? We expected you to be one of the first."
I'm sorry. So we'll apologize. And like, I don't know. Just apologies from Soul's direction. It wasn't her fault. It was mine.
What are your perception bonuses? By the way, the two of you.
Everybody?
No, just the two that are entering now.
I have a +4, so it's a 14.
Okay.
+2.
So I think it would just be Abby's character that would notice the very shimmery green eyes of one of the two guards. This is quite obviously your grandfather in disguise. Just trying to fuck with you.
Ina purses her lips and then goes, well, can we go in? May we go in?
There we are. Proper wording. It's what I would expect of you. And he will open the door, and the shimmer of his, like, facade goes away for just a second. And he goes, do not disappoint me. And then he will disappear.
Oh. That's great. We love that.
He's joking. I could never disappoint him. We all know this. You've seen how he acts around me.
Yeah, he adores adores his granddaughter far too much for that to be the case.
Yeah.
All right, come on. Fate tricks aside. Let's go inside.
Okay. We're going. What do you mean, Fatrix?
Did you not see that I was very? It's okay. We need to fix your eyes or something. Come on.
My eyes work just fine. We enter.
If you wouldn't mind, describe your characters. The rest of you see the two enter. If you wouldn't mind describing your characters as you enter the room.
You were writing one first. I'm going off the cuff, so you go first.
Okay.
I'll go after.
Yeah. Ina is about a 6'11" tall Sunoth who visibly looks to be like more on the softer side with like the weight and mass that she pulls off, but then you can tell like on closer inspections it's like, oh, she's really toned upper body wise. She has like coppery bronze skin, bright neon green eyes, very similar. I wouldn't say they glow, but very similar vibe that Thane has. And then like long waist-length hair that goes into curls that are shades of like pink, orange, and red to show off like the spring, like spring like color palettes. And then she is decked out in half plate that's decorated in like foliage of greenery with like the metal pieces or the filigree on the armor being decorated in like green or like a very pastel coppery kind of color, like similar to rose quartz. That just kind of show off her, like, show off like her muscles, and then she's just got a giant trident on her back that's hidden behind like her cape that she wears like on the shoulder.
And then
little Soul looks like this.
Yeah, Soul, if you wouldn't mind, what do you look like?
Yeah. Solil Pelletier is a 5'4" human who looks immaculately dressed. Hair face done up, probably wearing some kind of heeled shoe. Walks with a proper posture. Is doing her best to look put together and not rushed. She's meeting like someone in power she hasn't met before, so she's trying to look her best. Like going over like every little what to do when you're meeting someone of like nobility status that you've never met before.
To your surprise, to her surprise, the one sitting in what she would assume is the ruler's throne is a big fucking Aasimar.
I think It's looking at the person on the chair, looking at Ina with like a. Is that the person we're here to see?
But they are
Yeah,
not
like,
the one at the
shake their
head
head.
of the group. Usually, the head of the group is the ruler, and sitting at the head of the group on a very plain wooden chair. It's very beautifully made. It's this very plain wooden chair with like lions on the ends of the like armrests. Just kind of sat back in the chair, sitting straight up. Is this young man in finery with a very small like circlet style crown on? That would be the Thane, and he's only about 14 years old. He's a human, so he appears to be a human child.
Oh. Oh, okay. Soul's not saying anything. Is just keeping pace with Ina.
He will just gently gently bow to both of you and go, Ina, it is good to see you once again. I assume this is your charge.
Soul will do like a little curtsy, bow, one of the two things. That is appropriate for the situation. Clear throat. Yes. You may call me Solil.
And you may call me...
It's a pleasure to meet you.
It is a pleasure to meet you as well. You may call me Thane Sigurd. That is my name, and I am good. It is good to see all of you. If you wouldn't mind, Salil, please have a seat. We have much to discuss.
Okay.
Enna, if
Yeah,
you wouldn't mind. Sorry, you go ahead.
Nah. Soul's gonna sit down.
Okay.
Look for Ina to sit and or be in the general facility.
Yeah, the two there are two chairs that are kind of together, that are kind of designated for the two of you. Enna, if you wouldn't mind, present the mask.
As requested, she takes the mask off of her person and places it on the table.
There's a little table in front of the Thane. How many of you are aware of the more secretive societies within the city of Karanamos? I know at least one or two of you are. And he kind of addresses that to the whole group.
I just realized I was muted.
That's okay.
Question.
Yes.
Would I know about them?
Would your character have tried to study them?
Yeah, she would
'Cause
probably try and study anything involving the underground.
The
or
Circle of
any,
10 are kind of an open secret. They are a group of assassins that leave theater masks at the scenes of their crimes as calling cards.
Yeah, she would have studied them. At the least a little.
Okay. Anyone else? Would anyone else have tried to have studied any of the secretive societies within the city?
Yeah, Lorelei would know a bit about them.
Fantastic. Actually, yeah, no, I think Lorelei very specifically would be one to know exactly what this is, being that, you know, how you're affiliated. You would know that this is a calling card mask from the Circle of 10 after an assassination.
It is the Circle of 10 one of the specific guilds, or is
Yeah,
that
it's-
the
so
name for all of the guilds?
The Circle of 10 is an assassins guild that's kind of an open secret that they exist, but even the other secretive guilds do not know who they are.
Even the other secretive guilds?
Do not know who they are. Sorry about that. I don't know why, but it's picking up that I'm talking on my like OBS, but it's not picking up on Discord, which is weird.
No worry. It may also be something going on my end. I have no idea.
No, it's also happening on my end.
It's also happening for me.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this is a problem that I've realized is happening. It's not just you, I promise.
Cool. Okay, so this is like an assassin's calling card, putting the mask on the where?
So right now
throne
there's
of some kind?
so
Or was that mentioned?
that it wasn't mentioned that they put it on the throne. There's
Okay.
the Thane kind of asked Enna to place to present the mask. Enna appears to be very, since Enna is sitting in what would typically be the Thane's throne and is the closest to the Thane physically, probably the most trusted member of this party to the Thane. But he asked her to just set the mask where everyone could see it, and then asked, are any of you kind of familiar with the secret societies within Keranamos?
Okay, then yeah, Lorelai would have at least like raised her hand during that part. I didn't realize that was out of character.
Yeah, no, that was an in-character question, yeah. And he kind of...
I meant like my response.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, he'll look over and go, for those of you not in the know, the guild known as the Council of Ten have made attempts at several of the nobles and even now 2 of my servants. 2 people that were trusted within the palace, and I believe they are angry with me for investigating what happened to my brother. 5 months ago, my brother went missing. No one in the city remembers that he even existed. The day after his disappearance, a mask from the council was left on my throne. It was that day that I decided to create the Praetorians. He'll kind of gesture to Enna and Ina and go, these 2 are 2 of my Praetorian warriors that I have had come up through the various regiments in the the Colosseum, and are trusted advisors of mine. And he'll kind of gesture to Enna. Enna is my personal guard. She has been with me for just around 3 months now, I believe it is. And he'll look over to you for confirmation.
Yeah, she'll nod and say, yes, I believe so.
And I trust her dearly with my life. I would like each of you, if you would not mind, to accompany her. I have a lead as to where this may have come from. It will need a great deal of tact and no less skill than what is necessary to accomplish the goal I have in mind. But I believe each of you have the skills and the competence to get this done and find who's done this. I fear that if we do not do this, and we do not find out who the Council of Ten are, and what their motives behind not only threatening my family, but the lives and livelihoods of the common folk, then Keranamos may fall to ruin. May I count on each of you to help me in this endeavor?
Yes.
I'll do my
Like she-
best.
Like, Catalina did not even hesitate. She was just waiting for the question to finish.
Yes. Of course.
Fantastic. I would not ask for your help without compensation. And he opens up a small coffer that he had next to his chair, and he kind of puts the 3 bags of gold and 5 potions on the table, and he goes, "There are 30 gold pieces in each of these bags, for a total of 90. There's also 3. These are health potions I was able to brew. They will heal you should you become injured. I will use these as an upfront payment, and upon completion of your investigation, or at least your first investigation, I will pay you another 90 gold pieces. Does that sound amicable to those of you who are not already in my charge?"
Solo nod.
Sounds good.
I'll accept that.
And then he will look over at Inna and Ina and go, "My Praetorians, is this acceptable for the 2 of you?"
Yes, of course.
I would do it without the financial compensation, I think.
He places his hand on yours and goes, "Yes, but it would not be free. It would not be fair for me to ask you to do things for free, and not pay the others."
In that case, I accept.
Thank you. I have a matter of state to deal with, but I will leave you each to discuss, and I will leave the compensation here with you. Should you need anything, the Nightingales, and he'll clap, and the 4 hooded women will kind of come out of the shadows once again, can get you whatever you need, should you need anything before your investigation. But as far as information on where you are going, meet with the mayor in the slums for your needs to be met as far as that goes. And the mayor's name, I believe I put it somewhere in there, somewhere in here. It was supposed to be in important universe terms, but the mayor's name is her name is Chestnut, because I couldn't figure out a name, and that was the first thing that came to me. She's a halfling, and she lives within the slums. So if you are looking for more information, that would be where to go.
And we got paid, what, 90?
Yeah, 90 up front. 90 for each of you to split. 90 up front and 5 of the whatever the weakest base health potion is.
How many of us are there?
5. There are 5 of you.
Okay. So 19? That doesn't sound right. 18?
Well, we'll round up and say it's 100. That way each of you get more money.
20.
Yeah, each of you get 20 gold pieces.
Each of us would get 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a much easier number to divide by.
Yeah.
Easy, just up the money so you can divide it.
Yeah. So, he will stand up and go, the mayor, is, Alexis Chestnut. She is within the slums. Should you need any, additional information or help, she can provide it. I tend to disperse the information of what's happening through my spy network. That way I can, keep things concealed from the council should they catch on to my efforts.
Very well.
And he will nod, bow, and kind of attach a shoulder cloak over his shoulder and pull a hood up and then disappear into the darkness of the room. Leaving you all to discuss.
Well, I guess we'll be traveling together for a while.
Yeah. That we will.
It's a pleasure to meet you all. I am Lorelei.
Pleasure meeting you all as well. I am Catalina.
I feel like Ina is staring down both at Catalina and Lorelei, going like, "I know you two. What are we doing?"
Lorelei's like avoiding eye contact, like not knowing how to deal with being stared at. Like, what?
I think Soul's sitting there like, I already introduced myself. I did my part.
You introduced
when I
yourself to
came
the
in.
Thane.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to put it on the pressure for her to try to do it again. I just wanted to say hello.
Wait, so we introduced ourselves with the Thane, yes.
Yeah.
But was everyone here when we introduced ourselves individually?
I didn't introduce myself to the thing.
No. Yeah.
Ah.
But
He just
So-
kind of knew who I was.
Lorelei, something I will point out. You have been since you came to this city, you were told to scamper around the library at the college, remember?
I would have done that before I was even told.
Yeah, so one of the people that like
So,
chases
I'm
you
doing it
around
'cause I want to, not
one of the
'cause I was
people that chases you around the library is Ina.
told. And which one of you is Ina?
That would be Poppy's character.
tall elf.
Okay.
Tall elf character.
Cool. Excellent. Wonderful. I'm sorry. I will be asking these questions multiple times.
No, you're good.
I do have the stupid, so it'll take a couple tries for it to stick.
I also unknowingly set a trap that will persist through the entire campaign.
Yeah, Ina
which
and
is
Ina. It's the
Giving
Vex and
myself
Vax.
almost the same name. Yeah, it's the Vex and Vax.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call you Hey You.
Hey, you.
One of
I
well,
wouldn't blame you if you did the same.
one of them one of them is a giant fucking angel, and the other one is a very tall elf.
You're both pretty. I'm just gonna call you Hey You and Hey You.
Fantastic. But yeah, you're kind of left to introduce yourselves, and one of the Nightingales will step forward and go, one thing that the Thane did entrust us with as far as the information about where you are needed. We believe there's a warehouse in the slums that is being used to fence something known as soul sand. Enna, this would probably perk your ear because soul sand is made using the blood of martyrs.
Yeah. Yeah. Enna's, and I do kind of mean this literally. Enna's blood starts boiling when she hears it.
What does this soul sand stuff have to do with the assassination attempt?
Well, the Council of Ten are not just an assassin's guild. They deal in exotic drugs and assassinations, trafficking of exotic animals and magical beasts. They are not very good people at all. We once stopped them from trafficking unicorns' blood.
Oh,
Yes, it's
so it's about shutting down all of their operations then.
that is the idea, yes, and trying to find out who they are.
Are there really only 10 of them?
We do not know.
Well, that's tricky.
We know that all of their calling cards have always only had 10 separate masks. So that's why we call them the Council of Ten.
I see. And is it that this is the one that was like the calling card? Is that one of them, or is it like a
Yes.
separate thing to use the calling card?
And she'll kind of the Nightingale will kind of approach the mask. Does Enna let this woman who you can't see her face take the mask? Because she is going to pick it up. Attempt to pick it up.
I know the Nightingales to be, in some capacity, allies of the Thing.
Yes.
So she'll stare her down, but she won't stop her from taking it.
You see behind the mask she wears, two glowing golden eyes that will nod, take the mask, and then offer it to Lorelei. Lorelei, looking at this mask, it is a porcelain theater mask in the shape of the tragedy mask. The eyes what appear to have been appear to be crying, a silver color, like a silver colored tears, because the cracks in the mask have been filled in with molten silver to give it the appearance of crying.
Do I detect any magic in this when I cast it?
No, it is non-magical, but it does have a almost magical residue on it. Like it comes off on your fingers.
Oh, is that detectable?
Yes, your fingers have a slight blue glow.
Kind of residue?
Yeah. What does detect magic tell you? What kind of magic that this is, or?
Let's see if this if I put in the information.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 round presence or absence. 2 rounds different magical auras, and how many? Third is strength, location, and I can make a knowledge to determine the school involved.
Okay. Yeah, make a knowledge arcana.
Cool. That's the one knowledge I can do.
Yeah. So this is enchantment magic. It is
enchantment.
Yeah, this is enchantment magic, and it is very clearly like that. This dust on your fingers was enchanted with blood. This is blood magic.
Oh. Okay.
This
Would she have been able to know what its initial purpose was?
This is soul sand. This is like the soul dust. It is a drug.
Oh. Yeah. There's drugs on this. Hey, there's drugs on this. Like, can't play it cool at all. Like, the minute she realizes, she just leans over to the nearest person and whispers, "There's drugs on this."
The Nightingale will kind of take it from you and look it over and goes, "Oh. Enna? Lady Enna, they've coated the mask. They've coated the mask with soul sand. I believe...
Enna just looks down at her hand, which she used to crush it into dust earlier.
If it had cut you, you'd be high as shit right now.
Yeah.
You see on your hand, kind of looking down at it, there is a faint coating of dust that is the same color your blood is. It's that same shimmery silver color your blood is.
There's probably still some of this where this was originally placed, huh?
Enna's hand is trembling, and she eventually clutches it tight, looks at you, and says, "Probably." And she will stand up from the throne, which she is sitting on, and look down at it and look for specks of soul sand.
So, Lorelei, because you still have Detect Magic up, it's not on the throne anymore.
Damn it.
It is on
It's all over my ass.
Yeah, it is on Enna's
think there's-
backside.
I think there's drugs on your butt.
Uh,
I don't mean to sound forward, but I think there's some drugs on your butt.
and she just like pats like the side of her hip, and like tries to like disperse it.
One of
He
the
goes,
one of the nightingales kind of offers like a
"Yes,
feather
I guess there
duster,
is."
and she's like, "I would do it for you, but that seems inappropriate."
You?
You cut
You
out.
cut out an
The
eye.
sorry, the she'll kind of offer you the feather duster and go, "I would clean it for you, but it seems inappropriate." Did it cut out again?
In
Nope.
No,
we
you're
got you.
good.
Okay, good.
in a like half lighthearted way, she'll take the feather duster and go, "I'm invested enough already. I think it's fine." But she'll dust herself off with it.
Fantastic. The residue comes off onto the feather duster. Now it can be investigated without you just staring at Enna's ass. But yeah, you are able to gain this feather duster covered in spiritual cocaine essentially. And you would know that that the soul sand is used.
You're kind of cutting out.
You're
by the
cutting
way.
out
We
a
did hear
lot.
most of you.
That is unfortunate. I
We did
am
hear most of you, but you are cutting out a lot.
so sorry. I think the issue is the computer that I'm using. To be completely honest with you, I had logged everything in on my laptop, which is a pretty damn decent computer. But I will have to do this the next session on my big computer. But essentially, what happens is you now have the feather duster with the soul sand on it, and it is able to be like investigated further without just staring at Enna's ass. Am I coming through
Nice.
again?
Yes, you're
Okay,
good.
good.
You're looking respectfully.
You're good.
Respectfully.
But yeah, the nightingale kind of nods and will place both the mask and the feather duster down and go, "We will find and inform the Thane to wash his hands thoroughly in case he tries to eat with this on his hands." And the four of them rush from the room.
So what does this stuff even do?
Anna, I think you would be the one to know this because of reasons we will get to later.
Yeah.
This drug empowers people of the same bloodline as you. For one, it makes you more powerful physically, but also it essentially causes you to hallucinate when you are not of an Aasimar. Like, non-Aasimar will like hallucinate and get very like loopy when they take this
Is it Azamar and Martyr Blood Ragers, or just Azamar?
It's Aasimar and Martyr Blood Ragers.
Okay.
It is made from the blood of Martyr Blood Ragers.
Yeah, exactly.
So either they're getting
so
it
I
from
think-
your blood in the Colosseum, or they're getting it from another source that's very close to you.
Yep. So, Anna will look to Lorelai and say, what it does depends. If you are a blood rager like myself, who shares the bloodline of Matsuta, or if you are an Azuma, this compound significantly increases your strength. If you are not of holy blood or the blood of martyrs. Instead, it causes very vivid, powerful hallucinations.
Oh,
It is made from the blood, the spilled blood of martyr blood ragers.
Often those
well, that
hallucinations,
doesn't sound very nice.
take the form of your worst fear.
Yeah.
It's essentially fear toxin for anybody who's not
Yeah, exactly.
a martyr blood rager.
Whatever it is
Being
you
that I just have,
Oh, go ahead.
I have regular cobalt blood all the way down, so I don't think I'll be going anywhere near it.
I think that is wise. Whatever your deepest fear is, whether or not you know what it is, the compound knows and brings it to the surface. It is not advised, and I will hold on to it, but I have no intention of imbibing it either.
Certainly doesn't sound pleasant. I wonder why anyone would actually intentionally make this stuff.
I presume that is what we are going to go find out.
Mm-hmm. In the slums, right?
Based on our intel, yes.
Shall we head out?
And yeah, Anna looks to the rest of the group.
Unless there's anything we have left to do, but
Yeah, so far, as of now, it is just the 5 of you alone in the throne room of the palace with these 2 very, very coded objects that are covered in this incredibly powerful hallucinogenic drug.
note to self, don't touch it. No
Uh,
touchy.
you would have to ingest it for it to
That's
affect
fair.
you.
To be fair, but also not touching it significantly decreases your risk.
That is true.
What's the smell?
I guess Soul will stand up and wait by Ina for us to leave.
I think Ina helps you get up, because I don't imagine she sat for most of that. She was just probably standing abrupt by your side. And then she'll just nod her head in information, and then we'll touch the small of your back to place a mesmerist trick on you.
Oh?
You are getting astounding avoidance, so if anything tries to hit you, you may take half damage.
Hell yeah. Let's go. It's just a pat on the back from my bestie.
Exactly.
We're just chilling.
Yeah. That's a very comforting pat on the back. That means you're good. It's a protective, smack on the back. There.
I think it was about to be like, you don't need to help me if I can stand up, and then immediately did not complain.
Yeah. So,
You just feel the compulsion take over.
as you guys kind of approach the throne room's doorway, the doors open kind of before you can get to them, and the 2 hoplites that were standing there, one of them appears a little worse for wear, but he's kind of standing there and he's like, damn Fatrix. If you would please follow us, we will escort you out of the palace.
Okay.
Ina gives Soul a look going, like I told you.
Well, I tell you that I can't see every single chick out there with my human eyeballs.
Look with your human eyeball.
Look at what?
My brand.
But yeah, so you guys are led out of the palace and out into the street, and kind of down toward the main thoroughfare of the like grand bazaar that is the center of the city. You are in front of kind of the Colosseum area, and the hoplites will kind of nod to you and then head back to the palace. Is there anything you guys want to do before heading out to the slums? You have the entire breadth of the city to explore, and we can head. We can either head directly toward plot, or you can kind of explore the city as it is before you go and are given your first quest.
I mean, I personally can't think of anything.
Is there anything going on in town?
Well, there's, there are a few things. There's the Colosseum, which you can make a good bit of money at. There's, you can go investigate other areas of the city, like the library, to kind of the library of the academy, to kind of try and get more information on the Council of 10. There's a lot of things you can do within the city. Getting acquainted with your new companions being another one that you could probably do.
20 questions on our way to the slum.
I mean, I say let's head straight on over. At least for now.
We could do that, yeah. Sounds good to me. Unless anyone else has anything they need before we go. Ooh. Excuse me.
I think we're good.
Okay.
I feel like Ina is just looking between Catalina and Lorelei and just like debating something internally, but doesn't act on it yet.
Okay.
Thinking about it.
I'm thinking. Also, they're 3 feet tall, and I have to really bend down to touch them.
Yep, that is true.
Actually, I think DM.
Mm-hmm.
On our way down, so I know, like, there's probably, like, different broadcasters. Thank you. Go away. Could we walk through, like, down here to get down there? Just to, like, if not on purpose, but, like, idly catch, any whispers or what have you.
So
also,
down through the Priests District into the Market District.
Yeah. Also, Soul is just nosy and wants to at least see at least look at people.
Yeah, you could probably go down through the Priests District and into the Market Ward, headed toward the slums. Kind of going down, you can, you'd have to make perception checks, but you can probably kind of gain a small knowledge of the rumors and gossip around town.
Soul just going, I'm walking, and people will follow me, because that's how my life has been forever.
Fantastic.
Ina behind, god damn it, not again. That's an 18.
Okay. Would anyone else like to make a perception check as you head through the Priest's District and Market Wards, headed toward the slums?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mine was worse. Oh god.
Mine is solely locked on Soul.
Okay.
It also
Soul
occurs to me, more than one of us is unarmed, because I also don't have any weapons.
So,
I can offer you one of my...
Nah, you're good. I have magic.
So, Soul...
That is my weapon.
Soul is probably the first person to pick up on this. But you hear, kind of, in the whispers of the crowd, did you hear what happened to the maid at the palace? And others kind of going, yeah, I heard she was strung up from the chandeliers. Another goes, no. I heard she was found on the gates. And then, kind of people differing opinions on how it happened, but essentially the gist of what you get is that one of the maids in the palace was killed in a brutal fashion, but from what it looked like, it wasn't anything external that killed her. It looked as if her muscles ripped out from the inside.
Oh, gross.
Yep.
I think like at least half the time, Soul is making a very scrunched up, ew face, perceiving all of this information, I think. But like, bravely trucking forward.
I think you are the only one that gets this information based on everyone else's, perception checks. So if you want to relay that information to the party, you absolutely can. But if you don't, you don't have to.
I mean, probably as like they're walking. I feel like how it comes out is as they're walking, Ina can definitely see Soul's face like scrunching very, in a face of like, heard or saw something very gross.
Mm-hmm.
In a manner of speaking. I think irregardless of whether or not Ina asks. Sorry. She Ina's the one she relays the gossip to first, I think. Of how the maid was like brutally killed. Somehow, some way. But it was nasty.
Essentially, the information that you were able to gather by listening in to people was that not only did the maid die. Am I coming through all right? Sorry, a thing happened on my computer.
You're good.
Yes.
You're
Okay, cool. So not only did the maid die, but when she died, it seemed as if her body increased in size, like physically increased. Yep.
That's the drugs.
Like her body physically increased in size, and then her muscles burst out from the inside out.
Yeah, no. Would tell Ina with like a little bit of scrunched face. I think the drugs killed the maid from when I was here. What they told us about and that was on the, I think it was the drugs. I think it was the drugs that did it.
Well, aren't the drugs meant to be like hallucinogenic and fear and stuff?
Maybe, but like the muscle, she got really big, and the muscles like went out of her body. So unless there's something else.
So you do remember
It could be
that
something. Yeah.
You do remember that Enna had said that in some people, Aasimar and Martyr Blood Ragers specifically, it is a strength enhancing drug.
Yeah.
If one were to rage, their muscles would get bigger. Yes. So maybe that is part of it?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. That's kind of the only thing I kind of got. But,
would you like to investigate further while within the district?
I would. I think in my heart of hearts, I would love to. What would that be?
So you can either go around and kind of slyly ask people, or you can just kind of stick around and others can roll more perception checks to kind of feel out what people are saying. But that would be a roleplay opportunity of like you guys could talk to people within the district and kind of get the gossip, essentially.
I could use my diplomas.
You could.
I could also use my diplomacy.
Could I use stealth to eavesdrop on people?
Yes, you can. If you roll stealth and get it and make a successful stealth check, you can make a perception check at advantage to try, or a listen check. I believe listen is a skill in this one. If not,
no.
yeah, then it would be perception. 3.5. It was a skill in 3.5. So I didn't know if it. I didn't know if it carried over. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so you can make a stealth check and then a perception check.
All right,
Yeah.
stealth got a 13.
Okay, you're relatively stealthy. Just make a regular perception check, I think.
And would the... Okay, I thought so. 22.
So you get this kind of, you get a little more information. Apparently, because you hear kind of some guardsmen in the city, like these aren't like the palace guard or the praetorians like your friends, or your associates, but these are just regular guard in the city. And they're like, yeah, no, I heard that the maid was running for her life when she died. I heard that whoever was chasing her injected her with something, and she raged out and tried to attack one of the guard, and her muscles exploded when she attacked.
Damn.
Gross.
I'm trying.
What a way to go.
I am trying really hard not to
No,
make
it's
this not to make this too gross, because I know
No, it's
some
fine.
people don't like body horror.
No, we're saying it. I think we're saying it mostly really hard. Like, that's like just as a neutral state. That's
Nasty.
Yeah.
Ew.
Good thing my muscles are too tiny and nerd-like for me to ever have to worry about that.
But you
Welcome
did
back.
get the information. You did get the information, Lorelei, that that she did not take the drugs willingly. It was injected into her.
I see. Yeah, she will relay that to the party when she returns to the fold.
Could we still attempt those diplomacies to see if we can get?
Yeah.
Anything else, or is
Who would
that
you
sort
like
of-
to? Who would you like to try and diplomancy? To kind of to kind of to get the more information about it.
I think I want to scope out what like. I think it's a better way to say this. Someone who looks like they're very chatty or very into like gossip.
So there are some catty old
like-
women that kind of like they're older ladies who are like sitting on like in a cafe, and that's kind of who you heard it from. These like two old ladies in these like fanciful robes. They appear to be eating in the market district instead of in the nobles' quarter, just because they're like, we found this hole in the wall place that sells just the best croissants outside of Bien Ami, and that's why we're here.
I think also it's the gossip plus getting slightly distracted and like grabbing in his arms. Like, do we look? I know we're investigating and we can do that inside, but can we also get a croissant while we're inside?
Yeah, because this is like food.
Please.
This is like food from home. This is like familiar smells and stuff you haven't eaten in a while.
Yeah, no, it's grabbing onto Ina's arm and looking at her with the saddest, wettest eyes.
You know the rules. As long as I get to detect poison on it, you're fine.
Yes. And I think practically starts running off. running off.
What kind of monster poisons food?
I think Ina goes, trust me, there are lots, and then we'll hurry after. So, ching.
Yeah, it's not very
Heels
subtle.
followed by
It's
the sound of
kink,
armor.
kink, kink, kink.
Little kobold tippy taps.
Yeah. Does Catalina follow the rest of the group?
Or Anna if Sage is back yet.
I want to say that she will follow, but at the moment that she can separate from the group, she will try and change into her vigilante persona.
Oh yeah, you can
As fast as possible.
you can roll like a stealth check to like slip away, and then like Superman in a fucking toll booth.
Sure. Let me roll stealth. 23.
Yeah, no, you're gone. No one has any idea where you are. You like slip into a
Yay.
literal hole in a wall, and change.
Yay!
Pop, 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 pop. Wait, hold on. Wait, I can do myself one better.
But yeah,
It's
you
not
are,
time. It's not time.
yeah, you guys,
Sorry.
you guys kind of head into this restaurant, and there are a lot of people here that don't look like they'd usually like frequent the market district. These are people that are like probably usually hang out in the nobles quarter, but this particular restaurant seems to have set up here just because they're not a fan of nobility. The lady behind the counter.
Oh no.
Yeah, so the lady behind the counter, I'm assuming Seal is the first one to approach, yeah?
Yeah.
As you approach,
Dressed-
you see
dressed up with, like,
you-
no symbols or
you
anything.
see this lady's eyes like widen, and she goes, "Princess?"
Sorry?
And she like will clear her throat and go, "Princess, I am from Bianami. We received word that you
Oh no.
we received word that you had escaped. Your secret is safe here. The Duke sends word. He arrived safely back in room after your abscondment."
I don't think she says anything, but like, is at least a little bit visibly relieved.
How is Ina taking this immediate?
What's the equivalent of evidence? It's sense motive, right?
Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Can I trust this woman? Otherwise, I'm knocking her out.
What did you roll? I'm sorry.
Not 20
Natural
before.
20.
Oh yeah.
24.
So what you're getting from the way this lady's posture is, and from the information she gave to Seol, this is a spy for the Duchy of Room, the Duke who helped you escape, and was at one point to be Seol's betrothed, who was like, "I am super gay and don't want to marry you," and so. Essentially, this is a woman who is A, can be trusted, and B, would actively hide you if necessary.
I don't think she calms down. She's not going into an immediate, like, alright, I have to incapacitate this person mentality anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, basing off the general vibe, Ida is giving the "I am watching you" kind of glower, while Sol is in front of her, going just be, radiating happiness. Yeah. And glee.
I'm gonna probably I found a good person to ask what's the fuck's the word down here.
Yeah.
We're chill.
Yeah. She would just kind of look to each of you and go, "If there is anything we can provide, please let us know, and we will we'll provide it for you. Food here is on the house, courtesy of the Duke. How may I serve you?"
Well, while I'm here, you can call me Sol or Solio. That's fine. Either one works.
As you wish.
But also, can I have like a... Yeah. Keeping it. I feel like it's like her literally like mind going a mile a minute of like everything at once. First things first, can I have a croissant? Because those sounded really good.
Would you like a regular one or one that we have filled with chocolate?
Ooh, I'll take the second one. The chocolate one.
And
Yeah.
she'll nod, and with your chocolate croissant, you are given a cup of mocha coffee and a small like tray. We figured it would be nice to have a beverage with your croissant, so here is a little taste of home.
Yeah. Oh, question. question for you, since you're
yes. How may I help you?
here. So, and like, I think, so we'll like lean over the counter.
My lady,
So I
you are being
heard-
quite obvious if you are trying to be secretive.
Rude. Mean to me. So mean to me. I've heard a bunch of people whisper, like talking about, like, the maid, apparently, like,
As you say this, like her eyes kind of dart to a booth in the corner. If you would
Yeah.
take a seat, we will have someone come over right over.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she looks up at Ina and goes, "My lady, is there anything we can get for you whilst you escort Seol to their seat?"
I think she looks down at Soul and then looks back at her and be like, another one of your croissants.
As you wish. And the rest of your group, would any of you like anything while we prepared for you? She just kind of looks over to the rest of you and go, would anyone else like anything while we are preparing it? And someone will be over shortly.
Are you offering free booze?
We do not have alcohol here. We have coffee and hot
What is
chocolate,
this?
and it's like a cafe.
Is this a cafe?
Yeah, it's a cafe.
Oh my gosh, it's a cafe.
It's like a
Okay.
hole in the wall cafe that like
Wow.
is kind of hidden.
I want some of those bun things you have.
As you wish.
I want those.
We also have muffins and cupcakes, cake, pie.
It's like a muffin.
And she will nod and kind of, as you wish, little kobold. And she will gesture you guys to the booth. And then, the vigilante amongst us wanting anything?
She would probably ask for like a triple shot of espresso with a little bit of water.
As you wish, lady after my own heart. I need it. I also need my caffeine to survive. And I'm assuming that Anna is with the group just until Sage gets back.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. And then the group of you are escorted out and to the out into the thoroughfare and over to like not the thoroughfare but like out into the midst of the cafe and to this large secluded booth with kind of a curtain over the front of it and the woman from the main area kind of like the woman that took your order brings over the things you ordered and will sit everything down and go,
Give me just 1 second. The puppy's crying.
okay. She'll just kind of set everything down and sit next to the bed and go, or not the bed, the table and go, how may I be of service to you all? You had questions, I believe.
I'm back. Okay.
Welcome back.
Yeah. So we were walking through, and I was hearing the rumors,
Mm-hmm.
like through town, about a maid who was killed, died somehow.
Yes.
I was wondering if you heard any.
We have not exactly, as you probably know already, the Duke has placed us in this city. We are a bit of his eyes and ears here. I am informed when things like this happen. We believe the Council of Ten, the Assassin's Guild here in the city, has struck again using a new. We don't want to call it a drug, it's more of a poison based on soul sand.
Possible.
It is a poison, like a venom. And it is based off of the soul sand, specifically to kill holy-blooded individuals. And we believe that the next target is the leader of the Praetorian Order. And she'll gesture to Anna and kind of go, this one is who we believe the target is.
Oh. You're in charge of the order?
Yes, the personal guard of the same here in the city.
Look at you. Good pay?
And I'm going to kind of pilot Anna for just a bit, and she kind of nods and will go, yes, it is decent pay. I do it, however, to help the thing. Less for the pay, but more for to be helpful and protect those who need it.
Noble goals and all that.
Yes. The woman will just kind of go, my suggestion, if you wish to find the council, go to a secure area and wait. Because from what we hear, and she'll kind of gesture, and you'll notice that, like, all of the barmaids and, like, wait staff are very subtly looking at all of you. Like, you're being studied, almost. We are the eyes and ears for the Duke here. So, we are a little in the know. If you would like, we have an area in the cafe where you may wait for the Saints' newest adversaries to attack you. They will come to you eventually. This will be an easy way to stalk them out without wasting time.
I mean, we were supposed to meet somebody down in the slums for a job.
I do suppose
so
plans change. Will we?
I suppose, yeah. We can swing by here when we're done. Granted, nothing happens while we're down there.
Understood. I will keep the door open for you, but we will have everyone leave for the time being.
Well, that's appreciated.
Does anyone else have any questions for me or any of my staff before I allow you to enjoy your meal?
All my questions are answered. I'm good.
Yeah, I don't think Ina has any other questions to ask. I think she's now debating if she also wants to put the trick on Anna. It's just a long thought. Yeah, another target of assassination. Should I protect this feat? Not really.
She's a strong, independent woman.
Yeah, I think that's what Ina's just like going through her head, going like, well, I've seen her fight in the gladiators. We've never fought each other, but I've seen her, and then she's the hot shit of everything. So if she does fall, it would be kind of funny.
She is technically your boss, also.
Yeah, and that's. She's technically my boss, but I have a contract with her boss.
Yeah,
so-
exactly.
I do
Suck
have
it.
one more question after Abby.
Yeah, no.
That it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I just didn't want to say. What do you know about the Council of Ten? What do you know about them?
We
Outside
know.
of
So
the office.
we know a little more than most. We have been able to investigate them and the other more shady elements of the city. The Duke has visited a few times, so we needed to set up and kind of gather information. We know they go after anyone who deliberately interferes in their business. We know that they often go after many of the those who investigate them in any capacity. They learned very quickly that we are not pushovers when it comes to combat. So they have not attacked us yet, though I believe helping you may put a target specifically on my back, but I am not afraid. Uh, they are a group of what we believe to be noblemen in the city. People who would have distaste for the Seine and the Seine's family. They are more cancerous, is a good word to describe them. And in their view of the common people. It is a non-fact that a large portion of the nobles in the city believe that the commoners are beneath them, whereas the Fontaines family, the Animos family, believe the common folk equal to the nobility in only station as a lesser. As people, there is no such thing as lesser or greater in the eyes of the Animos royalty. Which is why the hiking trusts them. We, the grouping of the council, we believe are more toward 13 than 10, but we believe that the other three positions are more lieutenants than leaders. But they do technically have 13 major assassins within the guild, from what we were able to tell.
Mm-hmm.
They operate in the slums, and a very large portion of them operate in the nobles' quarter. And from what we understand, their newest venture is this soul sand venom they have developed to kill the blood of holy folk and martyrs. They believe that there is an order that is attempting to muscle in on their territory. The Sanguine Sisters, there is a cult to an immortal, the Lady of Laces, that is coming forth from our homeland to begin to piece together little bits of territory here in the city. But that is all we know so far. We may, if possible, if given time, we can investigate further for you if that is something you would wish.
Maybe. We'll see how things develop. But it's a lot more than we knew earlier, so anything helps.
She'll nod and go, anything for you, Johannes.
Mm-hmm.
I see this
Cool.
distresses you. Should I not refer to you as your title?
You don't have to. I mean, I didn't really like it when people used it when I.
She'll
Before
nod.
I left.
She'll nod. The Duke is not a fan either, so I will refer to you however you wish me to. I will inform, and she'll kind of gesture to the curtain behind her, that we are technically in a bubble of silence. No one outside of this room can hear what we are saying.
Okay. Sorry, it's just. Yeah. Just call me Solio. Other one works.
And she'll nod and go, as you wish, sorry.
But that's it. I don't think anyone else has anything.
Yeah, she'll kind of look around to the rest of you and go, "May I be of service in any way to the rest of you?"
Do you have a list of names of the most likely suspects to be part of the circle?
Unfortunately, no. No one. They do not use names. They use numbers.
Do you have an MO on who might be more inclined to be in the ranks?
What we can tell you,
Of like what type of person I should say?
for their lower ranking members, they tend to go for newly minted nobility. But we do know that the prime 13 are old money in the city. But they keep the faction very small in number so that they are not discovered. From what we have told, the ones we were able to capture died shortly after. Cyanide, unfortunately.
And I'm assuming no necromancers or people who can speak to the dead either.
She'll kind of look over at you and go, "Where we come from," and she'll kind of gesture to Seol. Necromancy is illegal, and we have not been able to practice it. So, no, none amongst our ranks.
Yeah, understandable.
My apologies, however. We can attempt to find more information for you, but the gathering will take more time. May I? And here is what we shall do for you. I will have a room prepared for each of you within the cafe. We have in rooms for those of you to sleep in. After you return from the slums, we will finish up any preparations we need, and you will lodge here if you would like. And you can.
That sounds good to me, I think.
Lodging in a cafe?
It's this is a little more than it seems, little kobold. We have a fully stocked inn below the cafe.
I see. So not fully stocked enough to have alcohol, I see.
We do not serve alcohol upstairs.
It's fine. I only joke.
I understand. But I will take my leave of you now. Please enjoy your meal, and we will see you later. And she'll kind of step up and out of the room, and she will seal the room shut with a curtain, essentially. But you see that the curtain kind of molds into a wall, and a door appears in the center that you can exit out of.
I think before we leave, Lorelei would like to use her pendant to leave a red kobold of herself here to guard, or not necessarily guard. It won't necessarily be as strong as Lorelei, but something to keep an eye on the cafe person, because we thought that they might get attacked.
Okay.
And I want to keep an eye on them.
Yeah, you can absolutely you leave your echo here. I will, however, say that it is getting a little late, so I'm going to go ahead and end session here. I will go ahead and apologize, everybody, for the scuff. It was unintentional, and but thank you all for being here. I really, really appreciate it, and we will pick this back up in the next session. Upon which you will investigate the slums and potentially be attacked by assassins.
Oh no, Emma gonna get murdered.
I feel like that entire time is like eyes on a swivel.
what's going to her mind probably is like trying to go into her mind palace and recall the Duke's interaction with you, and I'm like, she might be trustworthy, but can I trust this Duke? Why is this Duke here? I don't like him. Get him out of here. I don't care.
He was chill. He
Yeah, the
helped me get
Duke.
out.
So I'm gonna go ahead and in
Get
stream.
me out of there.
I'm gonna go ahead and in stream. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful evening,
Yeah.
and we'll see you next time.
Why?
Boy.